As somebody who's immersed myself in alternative culture since they were 15 years old, going to punk shows and stuff like that, I kind of got, involved in the local scenes and stuff like that when I was younger. And I've always been interested, for a long time at least, since I was, in my teens, in subcultures like goth and punk. And so, as somebody who's been like a part of these things, in my life, and when I was younger, I basically think that when we use the word poser, we should do it in the right way, Because I agree that, like, yes, we do definitely need a certain amount of gatekeeping because, yeah, there are a lot of actual posers out here who are trying to change the game when we don't want that game changed. And yes, there are definitely a lot of LARPers out here who are just pretending and they're just rich kids or just privileged kids who are just taking advantage of the subcultures, and that's not cool. Because these subcultures were created as a safe space for marginalized communities, as in disabled, POC, etc. And when you come in and you try to just mock the culture, it's really uncool of you. Or trying to just overly capitalize off of it, you get what I'm saying. So that's, when someone comes in and has that type of energy, that is when I think that we should use the word poser. But when we are using it, like what happened to me when I was a kid, on just a kid who's exploring themselves, who is just trying to find themselves, I think we should be a lot more sympathetic and empathetic towards young people who are getting into subculture. And I'm very grateful that I had a group of like older friends, like elder goths and stuff when I was a kid that took me under their wing for a little while and like actually just like hung out with me and did art with me and just we had a good time. So there are like we need to be like that, like those elder goths in my life that I had when I was a kid. We need to be like that towards the young people who are exploring alternative culture and not be so like, oh, name 5 bands when they're wearing like a shirt. Like this literally happened to me when I was a kid. Oh, and as far as aesthetics go, I don't think that we should be judging as nearly as much as we do on somebody's aesthetics because the most basic looking girl in the room can be punk as fuck. And I've seen this several times throughout my life. Um, at the end of the day, these subcultures are music based and, political based. So like, unless it's one of those issues, I don't think we should be using the word poser so loosely just because we don't like somebody. Because what we're doing when we use the word poser so loosely is we are ignoring when someone is an actual poser, an actual LARPer, and somebody who is actually harmful. And we're taking away from that, when we're not calling out behavior that is literally harmful. And then we also end up excluding good people in the process that should be able to be a part of these communities. So I don't know, that's my take on the word poser in terms of the alternative communities, and I just wanted to throw that out there. Just my random opinion.